Hi all, welcome to the second lecture. In the last lecture, I narrated about the Challenger disaster, one of the major disasters in the history of NASA. Today, I will narrate one more event, Ford Pinto case. After this case, we will slightly move to the academic syllabus because we also need to stick on to the academic syllabus also. So after this one, we will slightly move to the academic area. So, in 1971, Ford introduced a subcompact car called Ford Pinto. Now, this event or this incident happens in August 10, 1978. In August 10, 1978, a Ford Pinto car was hit from the behind. This happens in Indiana. What happens is because of the rear end collision, the gas tank got exploded. The gas tank got exploded and three teenagers inside the car were dead. So a lawsuit was filed against the Ford company. This time the scenario is totally different because this was not the first time a similar case was reported against the Ford Pinto car. In the last 7 years, around 50 cases were registered regarding the rear end collision. Regarding the rear end collision. But this time the scenario is totally different because earlier the cases were of civil nature. A civil lawsuit was filed, and at the end, maybe the Ford need to pay a huge sum of money to the victims' relatives or to pay the damages. But here it is a criminal case because it leads to the death of three teenagers. So there may chances that even the engineers or managers may need to go to the jail in the end if found convicted. So what the case was filed is that Ford company is aware of this design flaw. There is a flaw in the gas tank design, and the case is filed like that the Ford company or the engineers and managers in the Ford company is well aware of this design flaw, but still they proceed with the production. This was the case filed. This was the case filed. That's why I called it is a criminal one. Now, during the trial, it was also found that the engineers who designed the Ford Pinto car was well aware of this design flaw in the production stage itself. This become a totally different scenario now because last time also I narrated one event. There also the engineers are well aware of what is going to happen. Here also they are well aware of that thing because the gas tank is placed in the rear end and there is one design flaw and it may lead to major accidents if it is hit from the behind, if there is a rear end collision. So here also the engineers face a strong dilemma whether to ensure the quality of their product or whether to ensure the safety of the public or to be loyal to the management to help them save few dollars. This is one case of professional ethics, whether they need to be ethical to the public or whether they need to be ethical or loyal to the organization. See, in an attempt to save few dollars, what happens is that in the end they spend millions of dollars for this case, as well as they lost their reputation in the public. The public now got a perception that the Ford is producing low quality products. See, in this case, if we look deeper into this case, the engineers, when they design this product, they meet the federal standards, like the government standards at that time. But they didn't meet the engineering standard, acceptable engineering standards. So just to get a government just to get a government certification, it is okay, this design is okay, but they didn't satisfy the acceptable engineering standards at that time. So this is what I called as the dilemma, whether They need to be loyal to the public or larger community, or need to be loyal to the organization, a smaller community comparatively. In this subject also, this is not the one case, like in the last case it is about a disaster. In this case it is about the public safety, but this professional ethics doesn't is not limited to these things. There are many such things: bribery, fraud, environmental situations, plagiarism issues, and many. So the purpose of this subject is to make you, the future engineers, to understand what are all the professional ethical issues you need to face in your daily life, in your professional career, and how to deal with those issues. Unfortunately, a subject called professional ethics, or even a single topic relating to professional ethics, is not included in any of the courses in Kerala University. In Kerala University as well as in KTU. Sorry, really sorry. KTU. Last time I think in KTU it was included as a elective paper in 5th semester or 6th semester, but now this is a mandatory course. This is a very positive change. At least it is better to be late than never, because in United States, ABET, American Accreditation Board for Engineering and Technology, similar to ACT in India. In United States, this ABET makes it mandatory that in order to get accreditation for any undergraduate engineering courses, a course relating to professional ethics needs to be included in the curriculum. So they have make it mandatory very long back itself, but now the KTU is making this subject a mandatory for engineering students. At least that is a very positive change. We need to accept that. So as I already told you, this subject will help you in confronting and resolving the ethical issues which you will face in your professional career. There is a difference between professional ethics and personal ethics. Even though both are almost same, but personal ethics means how you treat others in your daily lives, whereas the professional ethics means how you treat your organization or how you treat your professional career regarding the ethical behavior. So personal ethics means it is more like a man to man or man to few people, whereas this personal ethics, whereas this professional ethics means it is in a big stage. You are dealing with organization to organization, maybe organization to government, maybe organization to country, organization to public. So it's a much wider thing. So here we are dealing more with the professional things, not with the personal things. Okay. So let me conclude this lecture with the very basic or very formal definition of ethics. In the last live classes itself, I said you are all aware of what is ethics. But if I ask you to explain or define ethics, then it will be difficult. So here, let's start with the definition of ethics. The academic part I am starting from here. So how can you define ethics? Since I am also not aware of this thing, because about this definition I also need to look into my laptop for giving a proper definition. So basically ethics, once again, so engineering ethics is the rules and standards governing the conduct of engineers in their role as professionals. So engineering ethics is the rule and standards governing the conduct of engineers in their role as professionals. This is the formal definition of engineering ethics. I think from the definition itself it is very clear what you are going to study in this subject. What are all the issues you are going to, ethical issues you are going to face in your professional career. How you can confront those issues, how you can resolve those issues. That are all the things that will be covering in the syllabus, mainly focusing on case studies. Okay. So we will discuss more on the coming live session, and I will go more into the syllabus, or more I will stick more to the academic syllabus in the coming lectures along with some case studies. Okay, thank you.